All right. Oh, you all picked celery, huh? Well, guess what? None of them. The Mythbusters have determined that there are no miracle foods. Any food you eat does have calories in it, and you will end up ingesting those calories. So even if you eat celery, which is extremely a healthy snack, you are eating a few calories anyway. So just thought I'd let you know. It's all right. It's got lots of fiber, and it's really healthy for you. I don't know if you've heard of this. This is one of the new buzzwords. What is the GI of foods? The glycemic index, group insertion, gluttony indicator, or general information? So hopefully we all got this one right. We probably did. Very good. Most of us did. Someone did pick the gluttony index, which I love. Thank you. But it is the glycemic index. Do you know what the glycemic index means, what it does? No. What it means is after you eat something, so say after you eat your salad or a cookie or whatever you eat, your blood sugar will rise. And so the glycemic index is a measurement of how quickly your sugar will rise after you eat that food. So foods with a lower glycemic index have less effect on your blood sugar. And actually, some research shows that if you eat foods with a higher or lower glycemic index, you won't gain weight, or you can keep weight off, or it also helps prevent you from getting type 2 diabetes in the future. So if you can find those foods with lower glycemic index, that's good. So here's a question for you. Which of these has the lowest glycemic index? Sugar, brown rice, white bread, or potatoes? It says, hopefully you got that. Very good. Brown rice. The thing is that usually the more fiber that's in the food, the lower the glycemic index. Now, some foods will shock you because, you know, something with fruit with a lot of sugar in it will make your blood sugar go up, but it's still healthy. The other thing to remember is there's no bad foods and there's no foods you shouldn't eat. And I think that's where a lot of people fall down. They call it a diet. I don't call them diets, I call them food choices. And I choose the food that I eat. And I choose all foods. I mean, I love chocolate. It's in my everyday diet. It truly is. And I still lost 20 pounds eating chocolate every day. So I just limit the amount of chocolate I eat, and I eat healthier stuff instead. So, you know, it's pretty easy to do this. You just have to think about what foods are you going to choose. And tried,
I never paid attention. Did they put that on the information label?
The glycemic index is not usually on the food label. Sometimes it is, especially if they're have a low glycemic index and they're going to use it to try to market it. They might say that. You can usually go on the internet and it'll give you, you know, an idea of what a glycemic index is.
But haven't there also been quite a few studies indicating that eating a diet low in glycemic index will also help reduce inflammation?
I'm not aware of that, but it probably does. You're probably right. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is they're higher in fiber. So anything that a high fiber diet, any of those benefits would definitely give you those health benefits. So, all right. Some of you have already answered. Very good. Which of these following techniques may improve your chances of weight loss? Sleeping well, using a smaller plate, recording your daily intake food, drinking enough water to remain hydrated, or all the above? Excellent. So the answer is, hopefully we all got this right, all of them. It's all very important. And believe it or not, research shows that people who don't sleep, they release a lot of stress hormones. Stress hormones make us retain water and food and energy because our body's like ready to fight and flight. And so get a good night's sleep. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. And so you've got to sleep. And I tell my students that all the time. I stayed up all night studying. I can't believe I didn't do well on that test. Well, you didn't sleep. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. God made sleep for a purpose, I believe, and I love it. Using a smaller plate. Now, I brought this ugly plastic food, but it's pretty helpful. This shows you like a serving size of grapes is 15 grapes, and this is a serving size of broccoli and a serving size of a baked potato, and chicken. And I put it on this big plate because this is about the size of a plate that I have at my house. It's a normal size plate, like 9 inches or so. Now, it doesn't look like a lot, does it? But if I put it on this smaller plate, and I'm going to hand this around so you can play with it. All of a sudden, look, I've got a huge plate full of food, and I'm going to feel really full when I'm done. So, what I started doing some days is my grandma gave me all these really cute little saucers and little plates. They're really popular a long time ago. And I just started serving our food on these little plates. And no one noticed a difference. And it was really kind of a fun way to lose some weight and save calories. So I'm going to hand these plates out. And the other thing is, I've already alluded to this, I love sweets. I eat them every day. And here's ice cream. This is one serving of ice cream. It's a half a cup. Look, if I put it in this bowl, oh my gosh, it's not enough. I need to add more. But if I use this really cute little bowl, and I have some about this size, again, from my grandma, all of a sudden, I'm really full, right? I'm satisfied because I have my ice cream. You want to play with the ice cream? In my bowl. So use smaller plates. It makes you feel better. Another friend of mine, what she does is when she orders her food when she goes out, is she asks for a to-go box, and she takes half of the food off of her plate, puts it in the to-go box, and puts it by her purse. And then she just eats the other half while she's out eating. It's another good way, I think, to because usually when you go out, you're getting at least 2 servings of food. So, all right, so now you're at a party. And I'm asking you, okay, you're going to try to conserve calories. This isn't what you like better. This is what will be less calories. Should you have 4 ounces of champagne or 4 ounces of beer? It's regular beer.
Is everybody 21?
Yeah, we should check IDs before we start. We have to check your ID to answer this question. So the answer is, dun, dun, dun. I love this answer, champagne. It's awesome. The regular beer has a lot more calories than champagne, and they both have this basically, 4 ounces of champagne and 8 ounces of beer is the same amount of alcohol. So drink champagne. I love it. All right, so should you have a cheese ball or cheese? So the answer is... Polling's closed. Oh, it went away. Cheese. I don't know how many of you got it right, but you're right. It is cheese. Remember, in cheese balls, there's usually cream cheese and nuts and bacon. Oh, lots of great food, but usually a little less healthy than the regular cheese. Feta cheese is a great choice if you can find it. It's really low in fat and lower in calories. But even brie, I wrote this down. Brie, which is really buttery, is only 85 calories an ounce, and it has 8 grams of fat. So even if it's a really rich cheese, you're better off eating the cheese than the cheese ball. Oh, there we go. Most of you got that one right. All right, this one's a tricky one. Would you like guacamole or hot artichoke dip? Guacamole. I know a lot of people are worried about guacamole because we've heard so long that avocados are high in fat. But avocados are high in really good fat, and they have a lot of fiber in them. And so they're actually really healthy. And so guacamole would be a much better choice than the hot artichoke dip. The artichoke dip usually has like cream cheese and other stuff in it. So there we are. For some reason, these are, yeah.
Guacamole, a fruit or vegetable?
Avocado, I think, is a fruit because of the seed. And actually, I read somewhere last night that they were eaten by dinosaurs, and that humans started to eat them and grow them because they're assuming that they were a dinosaur food before, in case you were wondering. In case you're on like Jeopardy or something.
My husband and I have always wondered who thought to eat an artichoke.
I know. They're good. Yeah. Yeah. Probably artichokes by themselves wouldn't be so bad, but I wouldn't put them in the dip. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I just a comment.
Uh-huh.
I had read that if you buy guacamole dip, to be sure and watch, because in the dip there will only be like a third or very little
avocado, yeah.
To read on the label to make sure that
Absolutely, yeah. And this is hard. Like if you go out, and I mean, if you make your own guacamole, you know what's in it, and you can make it really healthy and awesome. But you can go out and taste awesome and not be healthy. So you're right. You do have to watch it. Absolutely.
Dr. Hall.
Yes.
I have to share with the group.
Yes.
I was at a funeral reception after, and delicious guacamole dip, and she said to put the seed in the dip to keep it fresh.
Really?
I've never heard that before.
I didn't know. It keeps it from turning brown.
Yeah.
Awesome. I didn't know that. Huh. Well, we're so full of information. That's great. All right, so you're at a party and you need to make healthy food choices. Do you want to have the meatballs, which look really good, or the steak skewers that look pretty good too? The answer is the steak skewers. I don't know why my computer's taking so long to answer, but the steak, if you think about it, meatballs have a lot of bad meat in them and fattier meat. And even though they're about the same number of calories, the amount of calories from fat is much higher in the meatballs than in the steak skewers. The steak is usually a much leaner cut of meat. All right, and here we are. The moment of truth. Pecan pie or chocolate fondue?
Go for the celery.
Go for the celery, right.
I like that you consider one or the other is a healthy food choice.
You know, like I said, if you deprive yourself of something you love, you're lost. So you might as well just incorporate it. I used to be a diabetes educator, and I had a woman who ate donuts every Saturday with her family, with her grandkids. They came over, they ate donuts, and she was in tears because she couldn't eat donuts. I'm like, you can eat donuts, we'll figure it out. So we figured out her meal plan, and she ate donuts. I mean, it's okay. You can eat stuff that you like. You just have to figure it out. And if you need help, you'll find your help. It's easy. All right, so the answer is chocolate fondue. Oh, you guys are all and it's even better if it's dark chocolate and you eat it with berries because of the flavonoids. So, and that's what I love. So I think that's my last question. Tyrone, it's all up to you. I'm going to drink my milk, my one serving of milk, while you...
let me grab this.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem odd that we all know the right answers? And look at us.
Knowing and doing is different.
Yeah.
Knowing and doing, that's right.